Hi, welcome back to 5 a.m. Coffee with Grady, where today we're going to be talking about fishing. So, you may or may not have noticed that my Instagram page is full of, pictures of fish. Well, I really like fishing. So today I thought, why don't we just make a video about fishing? So, in this video I'm going to show you how to tie on and use a Texas rig. Before we start this video, though, I would like to say I am sponsored by a fishing company called Titan Tungsten. They make fishing weights, and anything from drop shots to Texas rig stuff. And it's really helpful because the weights, they have numbers at the bottom to tell you how much they weigh, so no more searching around for, which weight's the right, weight. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, they have a protective coat on it which stops chipping so your line won't break, and that's really helpful too. So, I guess now we should get started on the video. Oh wow, look at that, you can see my hands. We're going to need to see what I'm doing now. This right here is 12-pound monofilament. Now, I wouldn't personally use 12-pound monofilament for a Texas rig. I would go something like maybe 20-pound fluorocarbon, or even 17 if the conditions are really light. I could even go all the way down to, 15. And if you wanted to, you could try use braided line for your main line, maybe 25-pound braided line. That would work great. But enough about the line, but the line is important. Let's go on to, tying the Texas rig. So what I'm going to grab first is a bobber stopper, or a line, they're called, you can call them whatever they want. I like to call them bobber stoppers. Here's one. The camera isn't focused. So what I'm going to do, let's try to focus it. Yeah, it's not going to do it. So what I'm going to do is just thread my line through here, up a little bit, and put on, that's a tough one, the bobber stopper. Once I have that on, I'm going to put on the weight. Alright? Wow. I need new glasses, apparently. I can't see what I'm doing. Shabam. Next, we're going to tie on our hook. Now, you can either use a worm hook or, a hook that's, kind of curvy. I forget what they're called, but any, Texas rig hook would do. And the size really doesn't matter. The important part is that tinier hooks are made for tinier fish, and big hooks are made for bigger fish. And that really comes down to what's in the pond and what you're fishing for. And, that also goes with the thickness. Thicker hooks are for bigger fish, thinner hooks are for smaller fish. So I like to tie on for my line to my hook, a uni knot. Let's tie that on here. Okay, so, and then, before you tying your hook, you always want to lick it a little bit. That way the water helps with the knot. Yep. Okay, now that we got that tied, let's talk about the rods and reels that we're going to use. Okay, and we're back. So it's important to know what type of gear we want to use. Right here I have my ultralight setup. This has a medium light action rod, 4-pound test, and, I don't even know how small of a spinning reel this is. We obviously don't want to use this when we're flipping in grass and in brush, because that's, the line would break. So, in general, I would say you want to stay away from spinning tackle, although if you have a good setup that has really strong braid and a really strong, fast gear ratio. You know, you could do whatever you want. What I use for Texas fishing is a bait caster setup. This is a 6'6" rod because I'm short, but you know, you obviously go up in your rod size from anything from a 7 to a 7.6. That would be pretty reasonable. And right here I have a Pflueger XT President. You know, pretty good gear ratio. I don't remember. Oh, here it is. I don't remember it off the top of my head. And no, it does not say the gear ratio. Wow, that really makes me feel smart. But you know, you want something that's pretty fast, and you want a rod that's really accurate, because when you're fishing Texas rigs, you want to, if you're on a boat, you really want to get under flip by docks and stuff to, you know, maximize your chances of hooking a bass, catching a bass. So there's a lot of soft plastics you can use with using a Texas rig. My personal favorite route to go actually is throwing a soft plastics, you know, swim bait on there, you know, the little paddle tail. I don't know why that works for me. I think it just mimics a dying fish. I just really like how it looks. I get a lot of bites, but you can also use stuff like, you know, Crack and Crawl by Catch Co. You know, this one is really cool. It has the, you know, kind of crawfish color on one side and, you know, sparkly green color on the other side. You can really go up in sizes. You can also throw, you know, worms on there, you know, soft plastic worms. That works too. And that's really all I have for how to use a Texas. Whoa, stay right there, buddy. That's all I really have for, you know, tying a Texas rig. Maybe later I'll make a video of me fishing with the Texas rig. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. If you do, make sure to like and subscribe. There's also probably maybe a bell icon you can hit if you subscribe to me, so you get, you know, whenever I post a video, you get it, because it's pretty irregularly. You know, I don't really post that often. And that's it.